Welcome to TFAW Letters, the holiday edition by the Filipino American Women Project. I'm your host, Jen Amos. Just like last season, I will read fictionalized letters, my creative interpretation of real conversations with you. These conversations have been woven with heart, reflection, and truth to honor your stories while protecting your privacy. It all begins with one line. If I could say one thing, because sometimes one thing is all we need to take up a little more space. Let's get started. If I could say one thing, it's this. Maybe the way to heal is not to forget, not to simply remember, but to carry the loss and grief of losing my father with me. Hi, Monica. My name is Kaya. You might not remember me, but I used to be your student. I had always carried this profound respect and admiration for you, both as an author I look up to and a fellow Filipina. See, it's a big deal to me to be able to read a book written by a Filipina author. It's also a big deal that I know you as my teacher and how you have inspired me in so many ways as I continue to discover my own path. It's been some time since I've graduated, but just know that your influence and your teachings still echo in my day-to-day life. When your book came out, Returning to My Father's Kitchen, of course I was going to get my hands on it. And to my pleasant surprise, your collection of essays really spoke to me. They spoke through me. Your essays helped me put into words something that I couldn't explain myself. I didn't know that I did not know to name my feelings until you wrote them out for me. Because in my family, when feelings are considered negative, which, let's face it, most of them are considered negative, it's somehow more appropriate to not acknowledge feelings at all. Like you, Monica, when my father passed, I was completely lost. I didn't know how to talk about my feelings, my own grief. My family didn't talk to one another about losing Dad also, so I didn't know who to talk to. And I think, just like my family, I put my feelings in a box and locked it away. And like Pandora's box, I never dared to open it. But it didn't feel right to do that. It didn't feel right to put the grief I was feeling, the grief I'm still feeling, in some box and hide it away like it's something I should be ashamed of. It doesn't feel right to pretend that my father never existed, my hero, the man to whom I owe everything that I am today. Losing him shook me to my core. I feel like I didn't just lose a parent. I lost my greatest ally. My dad had always been my champion, the person I looked up to the most in this world. And I know how lucky I am to have had a father like him. I know not all parents are perfect, but I was so lucky to have the dad that I had. He loved our family with his whole heart, and there was nothing he wouldn't have done for me and my mom. The world felt safer with him by my side. But he also loved the world. He loved reading, watching documentaries, and exploring different cultures. He was interested in actually knowing and understanding others, not just himself or his family or his Filipino heritage. It was actually my dad who instilled in me curiosity, and it has shaped who I am. I truly believe my dad was someone special, someone extraordinary. His passing, it was sudden, and it left me to navigate a flood of expectations from family and community. It felt like I didn't even get a chance to sit down and feel my own grief. Everyone was expecting something of me. They expected me to be the strong daughter, this dutiful daughter, to take care of everything while remaining stoic. Meanwhile, the reality was that I was grappling with the emptiness that his absence left behind. People were constantly reminding me of my responsibilities and the responsibilities I owed to my mother and to the life my dad had left. And yet I had just lost this person too, this person that meant so much to me. I found myself thinking, if Dad was here, he would defend me. He wouldn't remind me of what my duties are as a daughter. He wouldn't demand that, as a Filipino woman, I have to drop everything to serve, to bury my own pain, and to remain silent in the face of loss. That's why, Monica, your book felt like a revelation. For the first time, I felt like there was someone out there who understands what I'm feeling. You were articulating, labeling, and explaining grief in a way that was honest, raw, unashamed, and still capable of transformation. Your book helped me navigate the hole left behind in my heart in losing my father. Your words were a gentle, loving reminder that I don't have to be ashamed of my grief. I don't need to hide it or erase it, along with some of the happiest memories of my life. Naming the pain gives me back my power. And your collection of essays has modeled to me that art can be a vessel through which pain and grief are honored. My dad can live on through me and into my work. It's customary to go back to the Philippines every time a family member passes away. So Mom and I arrived to our family home, and the first place I had to go to was our bench. Our bench by the stream that always flowed beside our home. The bench that my dad built for both of us. Growing up, I remembered running alongside the stream as a kid, its water glistening in the sun, carrying with it the sounds and smells of my family's life. My dad would sit on that same bench and paint, while also keeping an eye on me. Today, the bench is really old. It's been weathered down, but still strong enough for me to sit on. I take a seat on the bench, and I look out at the stream. But the stream is dry now, and what's left of it are remnants of what had once been. And like the dried-out stream, I suddenly felt the weight of my dad's absence. And boy, it stung. I hugged my sketchbook tightly onto my chest because, like Dad, I became an artist. And in holding onto that sketchbook, it was like holding onto him. Realizing that I might be smudging my sketches, I loosened up my grip on my sketchbook. Then I open up a page and I start sketching. I sketch the dried out stream. And as I did, a thought crossed my mind. My father's spirit lives in me and through me. It's not the same like the dried stream in front of me, but like the dried stream, it's taken up a different shape, a different form, a different meaning. And somehow, as I sit on our old bench that Dad made for us, I realize it's all different, and yet somehow it still sustains me. It guides me. It reminds me that love endures even when life changes, when circumstances change, when people are physically not here anymore. Dad, it's really hard to articulate this grief. Sitting here, Our family can't impress upon me enough to suppress my emotions, to serve, and to move stoically. But here, I'm reminded of you, and I somehow feel safe and protected to process my feelings. And right now, I get to carry my grief the way that I choose to carry my grief, how I choose to carry my father's memory and his legacy. And Monica, your essays have given me the permission to allow myself to carry my grief intentionally. I can allow my grief to be part of my life. This is how I'm honoring my father today, to carry on his legacy and to pursue my dream, our dream, as an artist. Each stroke of my pen will forever carry what he left in me in this world, but also the traces that I'm leaving as his daughter. I've decided not to just open up my father's box of memories, but to carry the box with me, to carry his memory, his love, and his lessons. Because with him, I am whole. I am allowed to embrace loss, to carry loss, to allow it to take up its own space in my life. Still sitting at my father's bench, I finish my sketch. In the sketch, I decided to not draw the old running stream of water that I recalled from my childhood. Instead, I decided to sketch the dried out stream with you and me sitting there, side by side, on our bench. So if I could say one thing to Monica, it's this. Thank you for giving me the permission that I need to carry my dad with me and through me and into my work and into my artistry. Love, Kaya. If you could reflect on one thing, it's this. How do you process loss and grief? Want to respond? You can reply today at tfaletters.com. That's TFAW as in the Filipino American woman, letters.com. tfaletters.com. Or, better yet, write your own letter. Submissions are now open. You can include your name or stay completely anonymous. So, if you could say one thing, what would it be? Subscribe for free today at tfaletters.com and follow the steps in the welcome email to submit your letter. I hope to read yours in the new year. That said, this concludes our holiday edition. The show will return for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in May 2026. For off-season content, remember to subscribe at tfaletters.com. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a Happy New Year. Love, Jen.